So, okay, we're doing the Hey, and welcome back. And so I have a very special guest, and her name is Jeannine Dealy. And she is out of the Washington State area. Now, Jeannine, can you hear me?
I can. Cheryl, can you hear me?
Yes, and there's your beautiful picture on the screen. And so just let me before I start having you share with us, Jeannine, let me just tell a little bit about you. You know, I've met you a couple of times in different cities at big conventions because we both are with the same company. And I watched you change from the first time, you know, I guess you were a little bit into it the first time I met you, but then the next time I met you, you looked like, wow, a different woman. And so from what I understand, you, Jeannine, have lost over 100 pounds. So would you share with us exactly, you know, how much have you lost?
Well, let's see. I think I have lost 120 so far, and I am not done. I am so jazzed about the way I feel and how this is truly, in my opinion, this has saved my life. That I just can't. I just can't stop singing the praises of these wonderful products and whatnot. But yeah, 120 pounds so far.
Okay.
And counting.
And so, well, how much more do you want to lose? You're looking gorgeous.
You know, what? Oh, bless your heart. About 20.
Okay.
You know, I think we all, are kind of particular about our own bodies and whatnot. As we get older, there's these spots that we just want to keep working on. So I'm totally, feeling great about my progress so far, and I'm just going to keep going.
Now, did you always have a weight challenge, Jeannine?
I have, yeah. You know, I grew up the daughter of two very obese parents, actually. My father actually passed away when he was only 53 years old. My mom is still living, but she's always, had a weight problem herself. And I've always been, everybody always says that I'm my father's daughter, and this is true in every sense, including the way that we approached food, and just so many areas. But yeah, so my dad was very obese when he passed away. Very sad. And I've always known that I'm like him, and I've always struggled just like my dad always did. So when I've been a yo-yo dieter then ever since I probably hit my senior year of high school. Mm-hmm. That was my first diet. I lost 50 pounds so that I could walk down the aisle skinny. I did that. Mm-hmm. I immediately turned around and gained that weight, and more back. And that just began a cycle through the majority of my adult life up until a couple of years ago. It's like I've always either been on a diet or I have been gaining weight. I didn't even know what it was like to maintain. Mm. So that's kind of where I was at when I was introduced to Valentus a couple years ago.
And so now so it's just been it's less than 2 years, right?
Yeah, October 2015 is when we
when you started.
The word Valentus.
All right. Yeah. And so now these are lifestyle functional beverages. So it's and one of them is a coffee, and it's just things that you drink. So what did you do about your food intake? Did you change that drastically?
I've always known that the secret to really being healthy long term is of course to eat a healthy diet and to be active and all those things that we intuitively know that we need to do. But my challenge has always been, number one, being reasonable about eating healthy, which meant not over dieting. I've done that in my past as well. Mm-hmm. And then, being able to do something that is healthy long term. Like I say, I was a yo-yo dieter, so I could be good for a while and reach some sort of goal. But then turn right around the next day and start eating pints of ice cream for dinner every night and basically celebrating my way right back to where I had been before. So when I started, I actually jumped into a program called the 12 and 24, which included the wonderful Italian roast, slim roast coffee, first thing in the morning, followed by a trim drink before my dinner, and then the immune boost drink before bed, which basically gave me 24/7 support. Now, that coffee would keep your appetite under control through the majority of the day, and then the trim would pick up where that dropped off, so that I had the ability to control my dinners and those really snacky hours in the evening afterwards. And then, the wonderful immune boost that just keeps you losing through the night and having a wonderful, wonderful night's sleep. It's just an amazing product. All of them are amazing. And I think that's what enabled me to really start getting control 24/7 of what I was putting into my mouth.
Well,
So,
Jeannine,
yes, I
do you
made
think...
a concerted effort to change what I was eating and to make healthier choices, and this made it so much easier.
Was that because the cravings just weren't the same as they used to be?
Absolutely.
And how did it affect your mindset? How did it affect the way you were thinking about food?
I think it's the godsend that really kind of helped me settle into what my new normal has now become. My mindset around food is because the cravings are no longer there, number one, I'm not sitting there, I used to sit there. I used to think about, okay, what am I going to eat next? I would daydream about the next, bowl of ice cream, which used to be my hugest downfall. I was such a sugar addict, similar to my husband, and together we were awful. But anyway, so I stopped, I started actually, my palate changed. So I started, if I was going to really be thinking about, the next meal, it was more around much more healthier choices. I was satisfied with healthier foods and natural foods. So absolutely the mindset changes.
Yeah.
And the fact that I just never stopped drinking these drinks, it has allowed me to I have been maintaining for the last 6 months. I have just recently decided to jump in and lose these last 20. So, that is now underway, and I'm dropping again. So
did you work out a lot?
I'm sorry?
Did you work out? Like, did you go to the gym?
No, I did not. And I don't say that with any sort of pride because, in the beginning, I just managed to really get my food intake under control. And I will say for the longest time, I didn't feel like moving because, when you're really heavy, that's the last thing you want to do. Everything hurts, right? But as I got farther into my journey, it got easier and easier to decide that, okay, I can go for a walk and I'm not going to suffer for it, And so I have started moving much, much more in the last, I would say, 6 to 8 months, something like that. And I will say that I am adopting that into my lifestyle now. I wish I had started earlier, but I didn't. I mean, that's the honest truth. And so exercise was not a part of what really helped me lose, I will say that. It was really mostly food intake that changed. Yeah.
Well, that's awesome, Jeannine. You've done amazing. And as we both know, there are so many people that are in the same boat, that they need to lose weight for their health. They want to lose weight, but it's a big yo-yo diet, and the addictions to sugar and all of those things because of the way the American diet is, or even around the world in some cases. And what I've personally noticed and watched with you is that it's not even about a diet. It's not about an exercise. It's about how the ingredients in these functional beverages actually change your mindset, your mood, your cravings, and what you even want to be doing. Would you agree with that?
You said that beautifully. Absolutely. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And I'll tell you, the more you get into this, the more that your body responds to these amazing ingredients in the drink, the more you suddenly realize that you're onto something that you've never been onto before.
Yeah.
I mean, my body has never responded to anything like it is with these drinks. So I just am so grateful. I am so grateful I found them.
well, I'm grateful that you did too, because as you said, I'm sure that it has saved your life. And imagine by just sharing this message with people, share the link below. We would love you to share, comment. Jeannine can get back to you. I can get back to you. And by the way, Jeannine, do you want to share your phone number with our listeners?
Oh, sure. Yeah, folks can reach out to me at 425-890-9230, and love to talk to folks.
Perfect. And so yes, it has been very life-changing, and you're going to hear more and more stories like this. In fact, we've started a movement, the Lady Boss Boomer movement, a Lady Boss Boomer Club. Now, who would not want to be part of such a movement? After all, diabetes is the fastest growing disease in North America. Obesity has taken over North America and many other countries as well. And so there is an answer. There's an answer for anyone that really wants the answer. All you have to do is contact myself or Jeannine, and we will get the results to you, right delivered to your door. So again, thank you so much for joining Cheryl's Network Live, Lady Boss Boomer Club. You can find the Lady Boss Boomer Club actually over on Facebook as well. It's a group that has been set up, and in that group has got lots of these video stories. There's tons others as well, and there's even different ideas of what to eat and what to do with cravings and how to take this amazing product, just full of ideas that's there waiting for you. So again, thank you so much, and we will be back tomorrow with another show. Have a fabulous day.